and listen to that sound, that goal. I love hearing it. And that's what we just heard as the New York Rangers beat the Carolina Hurricanes in double overtime, game 2 of the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Like, wow, I love it. I just inject this into my fucking veins. I want this all day. I want it inside of me. I might just go get on the train tomorrow just so I can hear that like live.
Yes, 100%. I'm just gonna listen to it on the way to work tomorrow. I have a long commute. I'm going to Brooklyn, 2 hour in traffic. Just gonna play that goal song constantly between Baba O'Reilly and that. Just play it constantly the whole way.
Play the fucking U2 song they play at the end.
No, I don't like U2, so I won't play it.
Wow. You know what? Respect for keeping it real. There were so many things in that game that, as a Ranger fan, you had to be frustrated with and outright hate. Things I outright hated. Okay, the play of Jacob Trouba, hated every moment of it.
Awful.
All right, it's been awful all season long. It's like they gave him a C and he just completely forgot how to play hockey. He's playing hokey. It's like they took a C out of hockey and gave it to him, and now he's just playing hokey. That's what he's playing. Another thing you had to have hate, if you're a hockey fan in general, you had to have hated the ESPN broadcast. What the fuck kind of broadcast has a tie game in the third period with less than a minute left and a power play going on, and you go to the preview for the other fucking game? Are you fucking serious?
The warm-ups of Dallas, Colorado were apparently more important than that last minute of that game.
Are they fucking serious? Like, how incompetent could you be as a sports organization that you don't realize, like, this game's kind of important. The other game hasn't even fucking started yet. Maybe we just stay here for the next 30 seconds or so to make sure they don't score while we're looking at another game that's not even going on yet.
You know what's annoying, too? Because it had in the corner, it was like, Dallas, Colorado game will be on ESPNU at the 9:32 puck drop. So I was like, wait, did they put the Ranger game on ESPNU and they fucked it up? And I'm like, yelling at my remote because I have the voice.
It was straight up fucking Sopranos.
I went, it was Sopranos ending. I was like, ESPNU. I went to there, and there was the same thing I'm watching on the Rangers game. Then I go back to the Rangers game, and it's like 8 seconds left. And I'm like, and they're like, Igor made an incredible play. I have no idea because they went off of the game to go see Dallas and Colorado warm up because that's what's more important right now than last minute of a tie game with the Rangers on a power play. Unbelievable.
The only thing I can say is that I will say that to a certain degree they learned from their mistakes because Sluban wasn't on the broadcast.
Yes, that was actually really good because he actually was at the game. He was in the Rangers. He was in Madison Square Garden watching the game, and he must have been very upset to see the I almost said Yankees. He was upset to see the Rangers win. Right in his face. Amazing. You gotta love it. But I mean, there was a lot of things. You're right that there was frustrating at the Rangers. I mean, what was it? He had 4 penalties today, Trouba?
I believe he had 3.
Oh, 3. But he has like 5 or something in the last 2 games, which is brutal.
He is useless. He is a net negative. That's all he's doing right now. He's not doing anything where you could point to that and go, well, he did that well. Like everything he's doing is just a negative. Like there's nothing like he tried to check somebody and missed and darted himself into the fucking boards. That's how negative he is right now.
It was frustrating because he had an awesome hit on someone, and I'm like, oh shit, like big play by Trouba. And literally the next breath that he took was a freaking penalty. And it was like, oh my God, dude, what are you doing? It is frustrating to watch.
Like I said, he's a net negative. Like there is no even if he does something positive, 3 seconds later, he's gonna do 2 things that are negative. He's gonna give the puck away and at the same time get a penalty. Like it's just absolute madness.
Anyone who's watching, feel free to tweet a comment, share your reaction to that double OT thriller. I mean, that was a great game. Feel free. We'll put up comments on the below. So
our buddies over at Millie Goats have to say depth tonight. Roslovich was awesome. Trocheck, Lafreniere, penalty kill was bananas. Absolutely, Rangers have one of the best penalty kills in the NHL. Lafreniere were 2 goals tonight. Should have been a third.
He should have a hat trick in the game, yeah.
Trocheck's been great all year. Phenomenal.
He's been amazing. I mean, he's worth every penny we signed him for free agency. After we beat him in 2022, now he's going against his former team. And listen, Roslovic was, I think, one of the guys that TJ was killing. Like, oh, we traded for this guy. What is he doing? Listen, he's actually been flying around the ice when it comes to in the postseason. I know he hasn't really showed up in like I think they say he had a point every game so far, or something like that, where he's shown up in the stat sheet. He's not putting the puck in the net, but he's making a difference on this team. And that's one of those trade deadline moves that by Drury that people were like, is this really going to benefit our team? And so far he's been really good, especially with putting him with Mika and Kreider. I feel like he could have won the game. Obviously, he had a great opportunity to win the game. Unfortunately, he didn't. And the penalty kill is actually amazing right now. I think the power play against the Rangers is 0 for 16. So the Rangers are 16-0 right now. And 0 for 10 for Carolina in this series, which is huge because the Rangers have given penalties to Carolina twice in a double OT game. And you figure you're sitting there as a Ranger fan just being like, God damn it, you really have to give up this, you really give up this penalty in both first overtime and the double overtime and just sweat through this. And the PK made it easy. Made it look very easy in overtime. So you got to love that penalty kill right now. And they said it's amazing to me how dominant Stahl still is on the puck. Yeah, I mean, he is playing hard. And he's obviously older than what he used to be, but he's playing pretty well. And it's him and Sebastian Aho. He's 26, but
which one?
What's that?
Which one?
About the one because there's one on what on the.
There's one on the Islanders.
Too.
Sebastian Aho played Sebastian Aho in the previous round.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird. But obviously the one, Carolina Hurricanes, I know I won't take anything away from his game. He's a very good player, but he's just a pest, man. He is so fast on the ice.
He's also
every time he gets the puck, I'm just like, man, I'm afraid he's going to put it in the back of the net. He's involved in every single play for the Carolina Hurricanes, and he's a very good player.
He's also a whiny little bitch.
He is that too, but he's a very good hockey player, and I get nervous when he has the puck around the net. So, and TJ unfortunately couldn't join us, but he says we don't pay Igor enough, and that's the next storyline we got to get to is Igor Shesterkin. What was it, 51, 52 saves in this game, and some of them are just absolutely incredible saves that he's making. And without him, the New York Rangers are in a totally different position in these first two games. Listen, I mean, Carolina's been playing really great. We knew this was going to be a tough series going into this. But they've been outplaying. I mean, I don't want to say outplaying because obviously the Rangers are winning, but I mean, they're spending a lot of time in the offensive zone. They're controlling the puck, and the Rangers are coming out with 2 wins here. So it's been great. This is Millie Goats again. Anderson keeping up with Shesterkin comps were a joke. He had almost 60 saves. Anderson. That's like I'm saying. Like Anderson has some good saves, but he was not tested as much as Igor compared to Anderson.
That's what it is. It's percentage, right? And then Igor comes through, and I think to this point he has never given up more than 3 goals in a playoff game.
They said it was that was his 29th straight game. So yeah, he hasn't given up more than 3 goals.
And Trocheck tied the record for most consecutive games with a goal in the playoffs.
Trocheck, right?
Yeah.
That was a key. That game winner, man. That was keep his streak alive. And then you have the fact that Igor. I mean, ESPN was trying to jinx the shit of him. They mentioned that. They mentioned that every time there was a break in the action. Like Igor hasn't given more than 3 goals in 28 starts. It's like, all right, jinx him a little more there. Come on.
They just are off. I was just so mad. And I was like, did they literally just go to the warm up for another game with less than a minute? I'll never get over that. I don't it doesn't. You know what? That's the last time something like that happened. I think the NFL was on like CBS during the Super Bowl or something like that. And they went to go play like an episode of Little House on the Prairie or some shit. Or it was like the AFC championship game, but it was like 1968. So it was like the AFL championship game before the Super Bowl, like Super Bowl 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And they missed the ending because they were watching like Little House on the Prairie or some shit, or Roots. I think it was Roots or something like that. It was like the 70s.
It was like The Sopranos.
Yeah.
It was also was like the remember the Super Bowl commercial they had this year where it went to the like Roku screen. the middle of the commercial. It was like showing the intro of the game. It was like Joe Buck and it was Tony Romo and Jim Nantz. It was CBS. And they went to, it was like showed them all said it went to a home screen with a Roku thing. It was a Roku commercial. And everyone, there was like reactions of people all around the world, it was a US basically, watching the Super Bowl and being like freaking like, who sat on the remote? Like that's how I felt. I felt like someone sat in the remote, changed the channel on me, and I was gonna lose my mind. Because that's exactly what happened. And it ended up being just ESPN shitty broadcasting.
You know, my friend when I was a kid got his ass beat by his dad during that because of the Super Bowl. Or because of the Sopranos. Because his dad thought he was fucking around. Started hitting him. What are you doing? And he's like, I didn't do anything.
Yeah, Igor versus Shnefkov. I can't pronounce that. Snechnikov, whatever. It doesn't matter. Was a dog fight. He did clip him early on, and then later on, once again, like I said,
Igor giving him the business.
Yeah, he got out of his goal. He went running after him, skating after him. But then I also just hate the ESPN broadcast because they're like, Igor makes a save, Shnefkov hits him with a stick. Whatever, I don't care. I'm gonna call it Shnefkov because I can't pronounce it correctly. Hits him with the stick. This is why I'm not an announcer. I don't have to pronounce everyone's name correctly. Hits him with his stick, and then they're like, Igor hit him back. Oh, Igor must be upset from the last time he had clip by him. Dude, did you not just see him hit him with the stick? Like, it's not from last time. He just came over hit him. It's unbelievable.
TJ just messaged us privately and said Svechnikov needs to be thrown through a plate glass window.
Like when Kurt Angle put Shane McMahon through one. Remember that?
I do remember. It's crazy. That Rangers game was so long that I'm looking at the ESPN screen right now, and it says third period starts in 8 minutes. And I'm like, what third period? I'm like, oh, it's the second game. It's the other game. We basically watched almost two games of fucking Rangers hockey tonight.
Ranger game started around, it said 7, but like by the time after all the pregame stuff, it probably started like 7:10, 7:15. And we just got on this show about 13 minutes ago, and we waited like 10 minutes after the game ended. So you figure that game ended a little after 11, which is insane.
Oh man. I mean, you know what though? You feel so much better when you win. If we wouldn't have felt good, like if it's late right now. We were like, are we going to do this show? And I happen to be sitting in my office, and I was like, if you're up to it, I'm up to it, man. I have a stress test in the morning. So I'm like, I'm not even going to drink coffee in the morning because I don't want to fuck up my stress test tomorrow.
Your stress test is going to messed up because your heart from all these playoff basketball and hockey games.
Between the Knicks and the Rangers. Knicks winning one yesterday. Am I crazy?
Yeah, they won game 1. Yes, yeah. It seems like forever ago, but yes,
it does. I feel like it's Friday already. It's only Tuesday. Yankees won tonight, 10-2 against. I think Verlander might have made his debut today.
Yeah, Verlander came back. I think Verlander came back, and they just
Verlander made his debut and was trash. He gave up 7 earned over 5 innings. Luis Hill
had a bomb against them in the first inning.
Yeah, Luis Hill, on the other hand, Luis Hill, 6 innings, 1 run, 1 hit, 5 strikeouts. Too many walks, though. But we're talking about hockey. God damn it if I didn't love the game. Too many missed opportunities. You can't play like that overall. Too many penalties, stupid penalties. Take Trouba off the ice. He's not fit to play at that level and do stupid shit like that and then think he's still going to get ice time. I don't care. It's like they put the C on him and he forgot how to play hockey. And if you're injured, come out and say, I'm injured. That's why I play like dog shit. Don't just go out there and play like dog shit and fucking expect the rest of us to sit there and be like, well, he's the captain, so it's okay. It is not okay. You're supposed to lead by example.
And the thing is, too, like who's missing? Like Zach Jones, right? Zach Jones is a defenseman? Yeah, or no?
Zach Jones is a defenseman, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, he filled in for Trouba when Trouba was away. And
yes, and he played very well.
He played very well, and like I'd rather see him right now than Trouba. But I mean,
and again,
he's the captain. What are you going to do? He's
I will maintain Keandre Miller looks good in this second round as well too. I don't know what happened in the last couple of weeks, but he's really turned it. Like if your season is based on how you do in the playoffs, he had a damn good season.
100%. Everything gets thrown out the window. It is the postseason. He's playing
all
well.
Forgiven. If we win a Stanley Cup, all is forgiven. I got nothing to say about anybody. Mika's on fire right now.
Same thing.
We gave Mika hell all year. If Kreider could figure it, I mean, I think Kreider had a goal tonight too. But if Kreider can turn it on a little bit more, and you get Mika and Kreider going, and again, I think Panarin goes cold in the playoffs because everybody just focuses on him.
He had that incredible before that penalty in double overtime. He had that incredible play. I thought he was going to score on that. That was an incredible play.
And again, I just think that he gets swarmed during the playoffs because Mika and Kreider ain't doing dick. But then Trocheck opens up. Then Trocheck becomes the guy, which is fine. I'm totally okay. Listen, if it's not going to be Panarin, I'm totally okay with Laffy and fucking Trocheck stepping up and doing their thing. That's totally cool with me. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, fucking Panarin, he sucks. I'm not going to do that because from what I can see, it's not like he's not doing anything. He is fucking getting slapped at all fucking game.
Yeah, and he's had
almost like he's the trigger guy. Like they're looking at him like that's the guy that's going to score against us. Don't let it happen. Anybody else but him.
Yeah, they throw like three. Like when he shoots, it's like three bodies just diving in front of the puck just to block it.
It's wild.
It's wild. And, I mean, but he's made an impact other places though. He had a good defensive play earlier in the game too. I think it was the third period. He had a very good defensive play. So even though he's not scoring at will like he was in the regular season, he's still making an impact for this Rangers team, and you gotta love him. Speaking of Panarin, I made a tweet today about the fact that he was not a Hart finalist. At least I get it. Maybe he wasn't going to win the MVP. I know obviously McKinnon and McDavid are really good players, but at least make him a finalist, man. I mean, you take him off this Ranger team. This Ranger team is not winning the President's Trophy. How many games did he win on his own, where he had the game winning or game tying goal or assist or something? I mean, he has the numbers. You take him off this team, and he is the most valuable player, in my opinion. You take them off the Ranger team, and they're not the same team. They're not winning President's Trophy, and they're not. Maybe they make the playoffs, but maybe not as good as they are right now. But that's my opinion. I think he should at least be a finalist. But
our boys over at Millie Goats said they made sure to not let Carolina get traffic in front of the net the last two periods. Defense picking up the trash. And I always say it, we learned it from Coach O'Ryan. You win it by picking up the trash, all right? Bagels, and fucking bags of potato chips in front of the net. Get those out. Put them in the bucket. Call it a day. Call the sanitation guy. Have him haul it away. That's how you win hockey. Physical hockey is won in front of the net. That's it. You're not going to get these sexy long goals. You're going to get a long goal that gets tipped in by the guy standing in front of the net.
Yeah.
Or not the first shot, the second shot.
Yeah. And speaking of pick up the trash, that was there was a big rebound that Igor went to his right, made a great stop. And that rebound came right out, and Panarin was right there and took it away. So pick up the trash was huge. And like I said, Panarin, he might not be putting up the stuff in the stat sheet there, but he's making a difference in these games despite not being putting the puck in the back of the net.
Absolutely. Tomorrow night, Knicks play Pacers game 2 at 8:00, and the Rangers are back against Carolina in Raleigh for game 3 on Friday. That's a nice 2 days off.
Is it Friday?
It's Friday.
Well, I thought it was Thursday. Oh wow.
Friday. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't read. I don't know what I was just looking at.
Yeah, no, game 3 is Thursday.
Game 3 is Thursday. Wow, it's a bit. It's busy. I clicked the wrong matchup.
Yeah, it's busy, man. It is Knicks Rangers every day,
every fucking day, every other day.
I think until Sunday, at least till Sunday. So we are grinding as New Yorkers, staying up late watching these games and these double OT hockey games, man. Like you see, Knicks and you want them already. You're gonna be like that all day tomorrow.
It's up at 6 a.m., man. I gotta wake up tomorrow at 6 a.m. So.
Me too. I'm up at 5:45 every day. I wake up at 5:45 too. I'm gonna be up in about 5 hours. So I feel your pain. I think I feel every New Yorker's pain. I think we all have to get up early. We all love watching our Rangers and our Knicks. But listen, we gotta sacrifice some sleep. That's fine with me. Those Rangers keep winning. Knicks keep winning.
I'm changing my profile pic on Twitter every day, depending on what team's playing.
Yeah. Can you get me a Rook Knicks one? Can I get one of those? Because I need either the Rangers one for me. I made that my profile pick. That was sick. I like that. The Rook chess piece with the Rangers.
You totally forgot a Rook is a chess piece.
I just, you know what it was? I thought it's actually funny because Rook's also a bird.
Nobody knows that.
It's a little like almost a crow. So it's like a little tiny version of a crow. It's called Rook. So I was like, when you put up Rook, I don't know why I was thinking the bird instead of the chess piece. And I was like, why is Nick sending a chess piece with a Rangers jersey? Ended up being it was because he put in his AI thing, Rook Rangers, I guess, right? Is that what it is?
When I think of a Rook, I think of a fucking
the chess piece.
A chess
castle. Nice. You guys, I don't know whether they're watching, so hopefully let us know. You guys got to go to the game. I'm sure tickets are much cheaper down there than they are at the Garden. And if not, maybe hook up some Rangers fans with some tickets because it's tough. You know, they won't sell tickets to anyone outside of North Carolina, South Carolina, or Virginia, apparently. So, and Raleigh. I mean, I don't know where they are in North Carolina, but
Raleigh's in North Carolina.
No, I'm just saying Raleigh is not like the nicest place to be too. So
Raleigh, Durham. I mean, where else? I mean, there's like 2 places to be in North Carolina. All right, there's Charlotte and Raleigh. That's it.
And Asheville,
Asheville. What the fuck? Don't pity Pablo me, my friend.
It's like right out. It's right outside. It's right outside. I think Charlotte. It's like Charlotte, Asheville area.
Millie Goats will be on vacation next week. Well, enjoy your vacation. The barn is always 50% Rangers when they play there. I mean, listen, if anything, Rangers fans travel very well.
Yeah. But also, can I also say something about the barn? I always love the name of the barn for a hockey venue, but like for the longest time, the Islanders used to call their Nassau Coliseum the barn. I never knew that it wasn't just to Nassau Coliseum. And I was like, it's kind of actually corny that they use it as calling out the barn. When like everybody they were make it like they were the barn, but like they call every hockey arena the barn. So
actually, it's not even just a hockey arena. It's pretty much every field for sports in America since like the late 1800s.
Is it really? I didn't know that.
That's why back in the day, Major League Baseball players used to go from town to town and play baseball against non-major league teams. It was called barnstorming.
Oh, interesting. That's interesting, Nick. I didn't know that. Look at this guy. A little history lesson over here. But isn't that annoying though? Remember that? Like back in the day, Nassau Coliseum, they used to call it the barn. That was like the barn. Like they made it like
Islanders fans are fucking losers. I don't even want to talk about it. Long Island's claim to fame is being almost New York. It's just like New Jersey.
Oh, he moved from Charlotte to the coast. The coast is where it's at. I have a couple of cousins that live on I think they have a place in New Bern, North Carolina, and I have some cousins from Cape Fear, North Carolina. So.
I can rap the entire PD Pablo All Cities remix to Raise Up. I can do the whole song and all the cities in North Carolina that he mentions. Not right now, but we'll talk offline.
We'll talk about it another time because we don't want to give any Carolina props besides Millie Goat. No offense to you guys live in North Carolina, but yeah.
You gotta love that Fayetteville, though.
Oh, he said that's where he lives. Is that I guess he's saying New Bern. Fayetteville too. Fayetteville's another one. I don't know.
Fayetteville's not a good place. Vietnam is a bad place.
Never heard of that though.
Jacksonville, a bad place.
I know what I like about I think it's technically in South Carolina, but south of the border. I love that place. I always stop. I used to drive to Jacksonville like 4 or 5 times I've done it because of the law school.
South of the border has terrible chili.
I stopped at south of the border every time. So
south of the border has terrible chili.
Don't eat that.
Absolutely fucking awful. But Rangers are back Thursday. Knicks play tomorrow. We are back Thursday with our regular show. So you'll get a double dose of Scoreboard Addicts podcast. You'll have our regular show on Thursday and then the post-game show immediately after game 3, which the Rangers will most likely win because that's how we do. We'll catch you Thursday. Lovest, piecest, and chicken's greasest. Actually, no chicken grease for me. I got high cholesterol, so we're not doing chicken grease. But we'll catch you then. From all of us here at Scoreboard X Podcast. Catch us Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll be there. Don't be square. Go Rangers.
Peace. Let's go Rangers.